Can we... Merry Xmas, by the way, or Hanukkah, I guess, depending on your preference. Can we talk about this? On this show, we're no strangers to meta. Controlling everything from who we choose to how we build, the meta is a looming overlord that kind of forces us to do what she pleases. Like a strict mommy. Or a strict mommy. Ew. And for some characters, it kinda sucks. Do you want to main Zed? Well, that's too bad, because most assassins will never be good again. The meta seems to treat assassins like a shitty plant that lives in the basement of the house year-round, giving them a bit of sunlight every now and again in order to make sure that they don't completely wither and die. But in most cases, as long as you don't one-trick a situational champion, rotating metas make the game fun. It forces everyone to constantly experiment, with new builds and new champions up until the point that everything gets nerfed and the same gods that have been dominating the game forever come back with a vengeance. One of the most notorious, of course, being the golden weeb trash himself. Ezreal is a liquid in League of Legends, because no matter how tight and specific you make the meta, this POS finds his way into the cracks every single time. He's been a jungler, an ADC, a mid laner, a NASCAR driver, a doctor. There is nothing this man can't do. But unlike Graves, Malzahar, and very few rare other monsters that have managed to take over 3 roles at a time, Ezreal is special, because every single time he has done so has been for an entirely different reason. Remember Blue Ezreal and how impossible he was to deal with as the best kiter in the game? Or Runeglaive Ezreal, the build that can one-shot the entire enemy team with 1 Q. Then Jungle Ezreal could invade just about every enemy jungler and destroy them at level 2 with red buff alone, and now Klepto Ezreal reaches full build by the time you lock in your champion. No other character in the history of League of Legends has been so versatile, and I'll explain why. The only reason Ez fits in every single crevice the game has to offer is because Ezreal is the most basic bitch in history. He is the stock custom character template of League of Legends. Whereas most characters have a deep lore, backstory, and a concise design, Ezreal is just a blonde boy who showed up in some Tims.
Deadass.
He is the Ryu of Street Fighter. He is the Scorpion of Mortal Kombat. He is the Naruto Uzumaki of Death Note. His kit is so cookie cutter that it works with almost anything as long as you know how to position and skill shot correctly. And to make this point, I'll explain his entire kit in
27 seconds and 84 milliseconds.
His passive is to receive stacking attack speed per landed ability, stacking up to 5 times. His Q is a skill shot that hurts a lot, scales great, and deals on-hit effects. Landing it reduces his ability cooldowns by 1.5 seconds. His W is a skill shot that kind of hurts and grants allies attack speed. He can flash into it to get more attack speed, but that's almost never worth it. His E is a blink that fires a homing bolt that deals damage to the nearest enemy. And his ultimate is a global skill shot that hits everything it passes by, dealing less damage on every consecutive target to a cap. Do you see how basic this is? 3 skill shots, free attack speed, and a flash. That's it. Which is why Ezreal mains are so scary. There's nothing else they have to worry about. No package, no martial stance, no feathers. Ezreal just has to worry about getting in your ass. This liberates the human mind, allowing you to hit 110% mental efficiency to focus solely on positioning and landing your skill shots. And we haven't even talked about his synergy with the new runes. Kleptomancy is an enigma. I really cannot tell you who thought pumping RNG back into a competitive game like League of Legends was a good idea, but honestly, thank you. This is easily the funnest rune in the entire game, and I'd highly suggest you try it before it gets changed. Every 2 seconds, your next auto attack after an ability will grant you 5 gold or a random item out of a set list. My personal favorite is the Sly Sack of Gold. You can either sell this item for 65 gold at the shop, or open it to get a randomly generated number between 40 and 110 gold. Just think about this for a second. You have a random chance of getting a bag that gives you a random number of gold. That's RNG on RNG. What kind of Inception level bullshit is this? Ezreal is one of the most malleable characters in League of Legends. Every single time he has fallen out of the meta, he has come back a bigger monster than before. With such a high play percentage, you better be glad that most people who play Ez are beginner bots. However, be careful, because a good Klepto Ez will make so much goddamn gold that he's about to get a tax cut in America. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Can We Talk About This? If there's something else you want to talk about, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to it. Sorry for the delay on this episode. I didn't know Christmas was so near, because I suck at days and stuff, so it just kind of happened, and then I had to deal with all that family stuff, and it was great. I had a great time. I really hope you guys had a great time too, but we should be back to the normal schedule on the channel, so you don't have to miss me too much, and I don't have to miss you that much either, because I will see you every day. I watch you sleep.